Hey guys, John Wagon here, and welcome back to another WWW, also known as Who Would Win. And in this episode, we are going to be looking at the Marvel popular villain, Ultron, and we're going to be putting him against this popular Superman villain, Metallo. This is going to be a fair fight, as they can't call him anything other than themselves. They can only do themselves. They can't have it. They just have their standard equipment, so no extra equipment. For example, Ultron can't bring in more of his Ultron bots and anything like that. Just his normal, regular form for him, which I don't know what. It's not Ultron 1. I'm not sure what number it actually is for the standard Ultron 1. But with that said, let's get into this. Starting us off, we have Ultron. Although Ultron first appears in Avengers Number 54 in 1968, the character is disguised for the majority of the issue as the Crimson Cowl, with his face only revealed on the last page of the issue and no name given to the character. The character leads the Masters of Evil against the Avengers, having hypnotized Edwin Jarvis into working for him. In the following issue, Avengers Number 55, August of 1968, the character is identified as Ultron 5, the living automaton. Sorry for that pronunciation. In Avengers 57 to 58, October to November 1968, a flashback sequence revealed that Ultron created the synthezoid Vision as a weapon to destroy the Avengers. The Vision, having one man's brain patterns, destroys Ultron with the Avengers' aid. Further flashbacks reveal that Ultron is Hank Pym's creation, and is based on Pym's brain patterns. The robot gradually developed its own intelligence and rebelled, and almost immediately developed an Oedipus complex, whereby it feels a rational hatred for Hank, and demonstrates an interest in the Wasp, Janet Van Dyne. Rebuilding itself, learning how to turn itself on, and upgrading 5 times, Ultron then hypnotizes and brainwashes his father into forgetting the robot had ever existed. The visual appearance and powers of the character have varied, but common powers include superhuman levels of strength, speed, stamina, durability, and reflexes, flight at subsonic speeds, and various offensive weapons such as concussive blasts of energy fired from his optical sensors or hands within, sorry for this pronunciation, encalalo ray, which places victims into a death-like coma. The latter ray also allows Ultron to mesmerize and mind-control victims, or implement subliminal hypnotic commands within their minds to be enacted at a later time. Ultron also has the ability to convert electromagnetic radiation into electrical energy for use or storage. Ultron has a genius intellect, a capacity for creative intelligence and self-repair, superhuman and cybernetic analytical capabilities, and the ability to process information and make calculations with superhuman speed and accuracy. The character is an expert roboticist and strategist. Ultron's outer armor is usually composed primarily of adamantium, which is almost completely impervious to damage. The first use of the term adamantium in Marvel Comics was made in reference to Ultron in Avengers 66, published in July 1969. Most Ultron units are powered by a small internal nuclear furnace and incorporate a program transmitter, which can beam all of Ultron's memory personality system into other computers or duplicate robotic bodies. Ultron can also control other machines remotely. Ultron has occasionally reformed itself with a humanoid appearance above the waist and the appearance of a complex machine, including tractor beam apertures for flight below the waist. A later Ultron model developed hive mind technology, allowing it to animate and control hundreds of other Ultron bodies simultaneously. Although only the Prime Ultron was composed of adamantium, while the others were made of steel or secondary adamantium, due to the lack of resources to give all the Ultrons adamantium bodies. Ultron also uses an internal molecular rearranger that renders the adamantium component of its workings more malleable, and so it has the ability to restructure its physical form. What circuitry Ultron has is carefully shielded to protect from damage. Although the Scarlet Witch is capable of causing malfunctions with her hex power, Johnny Storm, using his Nova Burst, managed to damage Ultron's internal circuits while its outer armor remained intact. And Wonder Man was once able to destroy an Ultron by throwing it so hard its internal systems were damaged. Now moving on to Metallo. In the rebooted continuity of the New 52, John Corbin is under the command of General Sam Lane. General Lane tells him to talk to Lois Lane when she keeps questioning where Superman is. It is implied that Corbin and Lois once had a relationship. When Superman escapes from the military's custody, Corbin is then enlisting in what appears to be a military project co-operated by Lex Luthor, General Lane, and a young scientist, Dr. John Henry Irons, Project Steel Soldier, to go against Superman. Corbin is seen in the Metal Zero suit with scientists, mostly Irons, trying to help him. He continues believing that he did it for the affection of Lois, when the robotic needles are in his head. Metallo takes control, and his heart bursts. Metallo then screams, "Where is Superman?" Although the attack on Superman succeeds, Metallo is revealed to have been subverted by Brainiac as part of his own plans, and his rampage is defeated when Dr. Irons uses an armored suit of his own to fight Corbin and upload a computer virus that he designed in the event of such a situation. After escaping and still under Brainiac's control, Corbin continued to fight Superman, until he was able to reason with Metallo and to fight Brainiac's influence because of his feelings for Lois Lane. In doing so, Corbin attacked Brainiac until Superman could defeat the villain, but he subsequently fell into a coma and was taken back by the army. It was revealed that the armor was keeping him alive thanks to alien technology. Without a heart, he would soon die. General Lane told his scientists to find a way to save him since he helped to save Metropolis. He was later given a kryptonite heart to keep him alive since it was the only energy compatible with his cybernetics. After 31 months in a vegetative state, Corbin was brought back with a shard of kryptonite to active duty in the US Army. Since his actions caused the deaths of hundreds of civilians, General Lane tried to kill him by exploding the plane he was being carried in. He survived and sought vengeance against Lane at his base, only to be confronted by an upgraded soldier like himself, Metal 2.0. When Corbin proves too much, Metal 2.0 activates his self-destruct mechanism, hoping to destroy Corbin along with himself. However, he is saved by the Scarecrow, and offered a place in the secret society of supervillains, now calling himself Metallo. In Forever Evil, Ultraman rips off his kryptonite heart because of his addiction to the mineral. Metallo's metallic body offers him a high degree of protection from physical and energy attacks. His enhanced abilities and no longer needs to eat, sleep, or even breathe. His brain is hermetically sealed by inside a shielded alloy skull that it has its own power supply. When he was first created, he was powered by a kryptonite heart. Additionally, because of his cyborg body, Metallo possesses superhuman strength and speed, enough to pose a challenge and even a threat to opponents such as Superman. In that case, he also takes advantage of the weakening power of kryptonite besides his own strength. Metallo sold his soul, or what was left of it, to Neuron to gain the ability to absorb any mechanical or metal object he touches. He can transform any machine into an extension of his exoskeleton, an ability similar to the cyborg Superman. Brainiac 13 upgraded Metallo to tap into light spectra and energy frequencies. Metallo also used the technology to upgrade his body to monolithic proportions. He is also occasionally portrayed as having a liquid metal-based exoskeleton, possessing the ability to morph parts of his body, especially his limbs, into different weapons or tools, such as chainsaws, shovels, hammers, etc. And now we have this battle. Who would win in this fight? And I'm going to have to say that Ultron would win it. Although Metallo could try and absorb him into become part of himself, he wouldn't be able to do that. Ultron's extreme intellect wouldn't allow it, and he would just resist against it and be able to do that, which we have seen before him be able to resist against things such as the entire Avengers at stages and different viruses done by Tony Stark to him. He is also, because of the adamantium casing, Metallo can't really do much to Ultron to be able to attack him. The extreme force that Wonder Man or the Hulk had to do to be able to hurt him was incredible. A lot more than what everything that the Metallo can be able to throw at him. His strength rivals Superman's, but it's not at Superman's strength, which means it's definitely not at the Hulk's strength. Now, Metallo is possibly stronger than Ultron, but it simply can't hurt him, so that gives him Ultron the heavy edge that he can't really be hurt by him, and Ultron can simply vaporize or crush Metallo quite easily using his advanced intellect and different things. He can simply hack into different machines and be able to use them against him. If there's a machine nearby, such as a crane or something, he can drop the crane onto Metallo. Done. Something like that. Or he can just do any machine possible. Or he can just use his brute strength to do it. Ultron also has the better fighting abilities, so he's going to win in that field as well. So that is the end of this video. Hope you guys did like this video. If you have, share your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe and share this video with your family and friends. And with all that said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.